back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 2 speed build today. And so today is definitely going to be a really great day, just because I'm excited to say that today I felt the need to build an Asian inspired vacation home, more specifically in the surrounding areas of Pleasant View, because if you don't know already, I play a lot of The Sims 2 on Twitch during my live streams, but I also do current household update videos here on YouTube. So if you ever want to go watch the previous current household videos, I will leave a link down below to the playlist, but also if you want to catch up on the whole drama of my save file of my live streams, I will leave a link down below to my second channel, More SpringSims, where I re-upload my live streams that I do on Twitch. But for the sake of this video and the sake of this vacation home, I was playing last night on my own free time, trying to figure out what I really wanted to do for my save file, because I don't technically go on vacation a lot for my Sims, and I don't really have a sense of purpose unless they're like going on their honeymoon or just recently had a baby or whatever, or they want to do a family vacation, but never really thinking of going to a world for the sake of just whatever. So I made this vacation home inspired by the new Snowy Escape expansion pack trailer that just came out a couple days ago. And since we are kind of getting an Asian inspired world in The Sims 4 on November 13th, I want to kind of adventure back into The Sims 2 and relive the good old fashioned of Bon Voyage and build a home for Nina Caliente, more specifically, Nina Caliente and her daughter Bambi. But that was my first thought. But when I started to realize that this house was going to be a little bit bigger, have more things to do instead of the house, I had the perfect family. And that was actually the goth/dreamer household. Because if you didn't watch my first video of my current household, A Pleasant View, you wouldn't know that Cassandra Goth was engaged to Don Lothario for a hot minute, but later on figured out that he was a player sleazebag know-it-all who would cheat with anyone with a blink of an eye. So when she found that out, her true deep love was with Darren Dreamer, and his wife died recently as well, because I don't know what happened, but I'm still trying to figure that out for myself. But ever since she died, Darren never really had a sense of like love or purpose anymore, and he didn't have a job. He was trying to pursue his art career in his home. So he was like low on money to pay the bills, take care of his son Dirk and everything, and didn't really know what to do with his life after that. But ever since Cassandra kind of came along into his life a few years later, she thought to herself, what if I help Darren to pursue his art career and be the best version of himself, the best way he can be? And she did that. So she asked Darren, saying, hey Darren, what if I move in with you? Like, I love you, you love me, let's get together and not kill Barney type of way. And she thought to herself, hey, let's get married. And you know what she did? She proposed to Darren, which is like kind of cool. And he said yes, so, of course, because in my mind, I think Cassandra had like a deep crush on Darren for a long time since she was a teenager, but kind of went towards like that bad boy, sleazebag, player type of vibe of Don Lothario, but didn't really realize what she really wanted until now. So a few years later, when they got married, I wanted them to have a life where they didn't really have a lot of drama going on, had their life put together, and made sure that they were doing the best for their kids. Because Dirk Dreamer, at the time when Darren married Cassandra, Dirk was in college at the time, and it was just Cassandra and Darren and Donathan. And Donathan Dimitri Goth is actually the son of Don Lothario, because if you don't know the mix, I'm going to tell you the story, and we're going to kind of get into the hang of things of why I'm building this house the way it is, but I need to give you some context, because let me tell you, my save file is chaotic, and it will make no sense if you don't watch my live streams or my videos that I do. So I will explain in this video a short snippet of it. Not the whole thing, but you know, a snippet. But anyway, like I said, Donathan Dimitri Goth is the son of Don Lothario, because at the time when Cassandra was engaged to, Don Lothario back in the day, she was, all goo goo gaga eyes with Don for a while, for a hot minute. forgave him for cheating on her with Dina for the first time, and then lost her mind when he cheated on her again with Nina, got Nina pregnant, and was like, you know what, bis boom, bye, bye bye, see you out, I don't care, get out of my house. Even though it was Don's house, Cassandra kicked Don out of his own house, but he later on moved in with Nina. When Nina got pregnant with Don's baby, it was like, oh, interesting. So it's like, did he really learn his lesson? No, but now he does. He's now old, and he had a great life going on for him. He's doing well in his job, and he's no longer a player, which is great. So that's kind of the side of the story with Don and Cassandra. But when Cassandra kind of had the baby, she didn't really technically want to have any contact with Don Lothario and having him being that fatherly figure in his life. So she kind of just said, you know what? I'm not going to say a darn thing. I'm not even going to tell him that I'm pregnant. I'm not going to do anything at all, and just keep it a secret for literally 15 years. But it wasn't until Dimitri Goss's 16th birthday where Donovan was asking questions like, hey mom, where's my dad? What is he up to? I never really got to know him. Did he leave when you got pregnant? Like stuff like that. And Cassandra was like, you know, Donovan, I know your father was just awful to me. I didn't want you to know him at all and stuff like that. And to be honest, Donovan was like, you know, mom, I'm at the correct age where I'm being more self-aware of all my surroundings, but I think it's time for me to meet my father for the first time. Even though he had already met his father in a way, secretly, it's like, now you're like at the point where like, okay, something's going on. And Cassandra's like, you know what? Okay, I'll contact your father for your birthday party. I don't know if he's going to show up or not, but he did. Don showed up for his own son's birthday party, his 16th birthday party, and that was like really wholesome. And like they're kind of going through a rough patch right now. More so, Cassandra and Don are going through a rough patch, trying to be better co-parents for Donathan. And like that's kind of good. And I'm happy that they're doing that for the sake of their child that they have together, and they're more so acquaintances now. Now that I kind of played with them for a while, they're acquaintances, which is good. But after a few years, there was a point in time where Cassandra was like, I'm wanting more. I want to be able to do better for my life. And that's when she kind of proposed to Darren, and she had a baby with Darren as well. And I believe I named him Darren Jr. That's what I'm pretty sure I named him, Darren Jr. And it was like, I was thinking to myself at the time, like, okay, now that, you know, Cassandra and Darren are both married, they have Donathan in the household, who's now a teenager right now at the time, and Dirk came back home from college when Cassandra had the baby. Fast forwarding everything. They're all at home now, which is great. But it's like it's Darren, Cassandra, Darren Jr., the new baby, Donathan, who's a teenager, and Dirk, who is more so an adult right now, because he was a young adult in college, but now is an adult. So yeah, it's the 5 of them right now, which is kind of great. And Dirk is like thinking about, okay, I'm out of college. I don't really have anything going for me. I have a new girlfriend I just proposed to. She's now my fiance and everything. But I want to live by myself. I want to be able to move somewhere that I can call my home. And if you don't remember the speed build that I did like ages ago, it was like Dirk's newfound home or whatever that I did. And then I did a current household update video. But that video right there, I will leave a link down below so you can kind of get the whole backstory of his life and where he's heading right now for him. And with his newfound, relationship and stuff. But ever since he kind of found that new place, he was like, I'm my own person now, but I'm still like thinking about where do I want to go with my life? Because the fact that his mom is now gone, his dad has found a new love, he's now recently now married. he's like, I'm all alone. My fiance's still in college, but what am I gonna do for the rest of my life? How am I gonna like live? So he's gonna definitely try his best to be like a freelancer in a way, like write books for a living for now, until he kind of gets his life situated in a new home, because it needs to do like a lot of repairs right now, like the fixing of the landscaping, the sinkhole in the backyard and the front yard, and just bad, like just interior stuff that needs to be fixed. But overall, he's doing fine right now. He's just going through a rough patch. But fast forwarding to this lovely build here, now that I kind of got my explanation in the area out there in the world of this video for the first 10 minutes, I'm at this point in my game where I have Don being old and doing his thing with his job. I might have him retire sooner rather than later before he dies. He's doing his own thing. Nina's doing her own thing with Bambi. Nina's doing her own thing with her child Bambi. Dina's doing something else with her child that she had a kid with, Mortimer Goth. But here's the twist. Don Lothario, I forgot to mention, Don Lothario is now engaged to Dina Caliente after 3 attempts of proposing to her. They are finally now engaged, which is great. So they're doing their own thing. No, but with Cassandra and Darren, they're at the point in their life where they just had a baby. Cassandra's really doing well in her job, but she kind of wants to take a bit of a break from all of that and see where she can go in a different direction. Like, she wants to quit her job, but she doesn't want to quit her job. She more so just wants to take a break. So she might quit her job for now, because at this point their simoleon funds are pretty good. They have enough money to put aside for Donathan's college fund and also Darren Jr.'s college fund. Like, they're pretty good, like staying still with the money in the money department, which is great. And they're now like thinking, okay, we got money set aside for both of the kids. Dirk's doing his own thing in his new house by himself. Even though we do send him some money every now and then, he's doing great, which is awesome. But now it's like they need to have a sit down thinking, okay, so Darren, I know that we've had things going on for so long. We got married, we had a kid, we're doing well for ourselves in our different professions. But I was thinking, what if I take a break for my job for a while to kind of rediscover myself, because I've been in this shadow of my father and my mother for so long that I don't really know a sense of me. Like, who am I in this day and age? And I think now with them being full-grown adults and almost elders, I think Cassandra's thinking, what if we buy a vacation home and go on vacation for a hot minute for about 6 to 7 days for a while to like rediscover ourselves and go to a newfound world that we can just be ourselves and no one else. And they were thinking of going to Takemizu Village, which is the Asian-inspired world in The Sims 2 Bomb Voyage. I pulled up the world on Google to like pronounce it, but I probably pronounced it wrong, and that's not great. But I wanted to kind of build in that world because it is Asian-inspired, and I was inspired by the new Snowy Escape expansion pack trailer and the new world, and I thought it'd be kind of a good way to kind of build something inspired by that and have Darren and Cassandra purchase this vacation home. Because if you don't know, in The Sims 4, when you get the Snowy Escape expansion pack, you can rent but also live in the new world, which is pretty great. And it got me thinking, what if they buy this vacation home in The Sims 2, Cassandra and Darren, and come here whenever they so please for a while before they kind of make that full decision? Because, like I said, newfound baby, newfound marriage, Dirk's out in his own free time, and Donathan might be going to college soon. And in a way, Darren's still like in his mind, since his wife died so long ago, like about 10, 12 years ago, he doesn't want to sell the home, but he wants to start a new life and be in a different, like go in a different direction with his life with Cassandra. And in my mind, I don't want him to sell the home, but I want him to like move on in a sense, because I don't want to spend my time to renovate that house. That's too big. I want to build an entire new house for them where they can start anew. But I probably what I might do for Darren to kind of move on is build like a graveyard area in Pleasant View where we can move the grave over to the graveyard where they can visit the grave every now and then to mourn his past love, even though I don't really know how that's going to make Cassandra feel, because in a way, Dirk, who is Darren's son, and Cassandra being losing her mother from a mysterious, very confusing abduction by aliens. In a way, they kind of have like a similar like knowing of like losing a parent on both ends, where Cassandra kind of lost her mother from a random abduction by aliens, still trying to figure that out for herself, but also where Dirk and Darren kind of lost a mother and a wife from a very weird, like, conspiracy, I think. And to be honest, I think she understands, but she also wants to move on and start a new life and not really reflect on the past. More so let the past rest and figure out where they want to go next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you lose someone in your life that you cared for so much and you had like a deep connection towards them, but you want to move on, but you don't really know how. That's where I'm at the point where with my Sims, like, I don't want them to like really be upset for the rest of their life, but I want them to move on, but still have like that sense of peace that is okay to move on, you know? And that's why they kind of want to buy this vacation home where they don't want to move fully, but they want to be able to go to a new area that they can be able to reflect on life and reflect on, you know, where they are at now. So that's why they're buying this, and that's why they're going to go on vacation for about like 6 days, and I'll be playing off camera, but I will do like some type of like current household update so you can get a full sense of why they're here, what they're doing, what they're learning, and how they're going to be doing things. Because in the Takemizu Village in the Far East theme sub neighborhood of The Sims 2 Bon Voyage, it's a vacation destination. But the cool thing about this is that with the gesture you can bow, but I also like that they have like local delicacies like ramen and steamed rice bowls and char siu, which I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. I want them to be able to learn different things they haven't learned before, like all the new dishes, tai chi for dancing, acupuncture for the massage, and also kind of collect the souvenirs and also go towards the secret vacation lot, which is the uh pagoda in the shadows acquired by the wise old man. So I want to be able to kind of experience everything, because I didn't always play The Sims 2 the way it was supposed to be, like exploring all the new worlds and playing along with everything and getting to know all of the newfound you know, people in the world, which is something I want to be able to do more of. And I might do like a one-off video or something, but I don't really know for sure what I'll be doing. But however, I want to learn all that stuff. And I also just realized that you can learn about the dragon legend and learn how to teleport from a ninja, Simguru ninja, but also rake the Zen garden, throw coins in the lucky shrine, play mahjong, serve tea, soak in the hot springs. Like, I want to just do everything that Bon Voyage had to offer and be able to kind of do that thing for myself, but also for my Sims memories to reflect on later in their life. And I'm thinking of when they go to this world, Cassandra and Darren, and also Jonathan and Darren Jr., all four of them will be vacationing together. But I don't know if babies can vacation with you. I'm going to install a mod where toddlers can go on vacation with you, because I'm not entirely sure they can. So I'm going to try and see if that's the case. But in all, I think that this build was something that I've really enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing from like my first time ever using the new roof types that came with The Sims 2. I'm pretty sure it came with Bon Voyage. I'm pretty sure, because I have not seen those before. But it was kind of fun to be able to kind of make something different, and also something that I really enjoyed doing and want to do more of. So that being said, I think we should go ahead and go into the tour part of the video and look at the entire build from all different angles and see the full picture, shall we? I think we shall. So now that we're in Takemizu Village, I want to kind of bring you all along on a real-time tour of this lovely speed build because I think you kind of get the full result of the build where it's all slowed down and in real time, and you can kind of see my thought process throughout the entire build where I just kind of slowly go around the entire house showing you what it looks like. But overall, I'm really happy the way this house turned out because I was low-key kind of nervous building it at first because I didn't really understand how to build an Asian-inspired build in The Sims 2. Because in Sims 2, I didn't really build that much growing up. But now that I'm a lot older and I kind of know architecture a little bit more, I feel more comfortable. But this is like the first time I'm using different types of roof styles and using terrain tools that make sense. And I'm pretty proud of the landscaping. It's not too crazy. It's just very minimal landscaping. But as for the backyard of the house, though, I, for one, feel so proud of myself doing this backyard. I added like little gate things over here, the Zen garden, and then if you didn't see in the speed build, but I individually placed these rocks all by myself with using different cheats in the game, and it's like it made me think about, I'm like, wait a minute. We don't have actual rocks in landscaping in The Sims 2, but they are sculptures within the game, which is quite surprising. So I'm kind of glad that The Sims is is evolving more with landscaping, and now we're getting proper landscaping items that we can use in our houses, inside and outside. So that pleases me a lot. But you have like your little seating area over here, and then you also have like your lucky shrine to toss in a coin and get some good luck or bad luck. Then we have your swinging bench over here, and like I said, your Zen garden to meditate, comb your Zen garden like sand, and just relax. But as for the inside of the house, I think that the way I did it was pretty minimal because from the research that I did, Japanese houses aren't technically cluttered crazy. They're more so on the minimal side where you can focus more on the things that you already have and not so the luxurious over the top items in your home. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of reflected that in a way, but also made sure that I didn't go above and beyond because you all know if you look at my speed builds in The Sims 2 and 4, and I guess 3, every now and then, I put a lot of clutter literally in every nook and cranny, and I made sure I did not do that. But as for like the front foyer area, you got your end table, your bonsai tree, your poster, your mirror, and then your baseball and ball glove in the entranceway. So it's pretty small. And I also, what I did with the flooring is that I just hit Control F, and then I individually did like the triangle flooring to get this like cool design right here, which I'm pretty proud that I did that. And I did that for the entire house, the first floor and the second floor, to give it that unique design that it needed. But that's the front entrance area. This is a kitchen. I didn't really know what to do with this kitchen, to be honest. I was a little bit confused and didn't really know how to make it look good. So I just kind of kept it very simple with the table, chairs, and like the modern looking appliances for the kitchen. So that's kind of that there. But as for the living room, I'm pretty sure that the living room is probably the one I'm the most proud of besides the backyard. The living room is probably what I'm most proud of because I love the coffee table and the chairs and like all the TV and the minimal plants. And you got your bookcases, your easel, and then your desk. But what I did for like the entire house, I kind of had like an idea of what I wanted to go for. And there's a collection. If you have the Sims 2 Bon Voyage, there is a collection in build and buy mode called Far East. And it kind of gives you like a list of different wallpaper, flooring, and items that you can use in your build that are essentially Far East Asian type of items that you can put, like the shrine, the lions, the gate, the telling Tory gate that you can put. You got the samurai swords, you got the posters, you got the rugs, you got pretty much everything you need for like an Asian Japanese build. I also love the wallpaper too. And low-key, looking at this build now and looking at the Sims 4 Snowy Escape trailer, I honestly can see a lot of similarity between the two packs, where some of the items are somewhat the same, but also somewhat different. But I'm low-key very excited to see what I can definitely do in The Sims 4 for like building wise. And I might recreate this house in The Sims 4 because of terrain tools and better building things we can do now. It's going to be a great time. But yeah, that's the living room, that's the kitchen, that's the foyer area. And the bathroom, it's just a bathroom. Nothing really exciting here. It's very black and modern and just sleek. But for the upstairs, like I said, this entire house is technically for Cassandra, Darren, and like their family to live here for like their vacation needs. So I kind of kept it on the family side, like giving them a double bed, the 2 single beds, and then also a crib. Because their new child, Darren Jr., is now a baby, soon to be a toddler. And I don't know if toddlers can actually go on vacation with you. So if that's the case, I'm going to install a mod to do that and bring him with us so I can place him into the crib. And so he can have like his like potty training stuff and also his toy box so he's not bored in the house all the time while, you know, Cassandra and Darren are out exploring, doing all the generic stuff. And I also just realized that I forgot a bathroom on the 2nd floor. So I'm going to add that before I kind of allow you all to download this home. You know, it took me about 4 or 5 hours to build this house because I was so confused and I was doing so many different things in the background that I forgot an entire bathroom. So this bathroom will be placed in here. You'll have like your generic, you know, shower tub combo, your toilet, your sink, that stuff. So you'll be perfectly fine once you download this house. And I probably will do a video on how to download Sims 2 houses since people are resurfacing The Sims 2 and don't really know much about it and just want to be able to play it and download houses that they find very unique, like this one. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I also have like a little tea time table set right here. And I didn't really alt place. I use a snap off the grid sheet to put it right in the center of this entire platform. And it looks pretty good. It's not crazy. It's just that one table where you can sit, drink tea, and relax and be yourself and just zen. And you can go to your zen garden and relax over here too. So you got the best of both worlds. Drink tea, go do your zen garden meditation, and sit down at the park bench right over here, or the swing one over here under the shady tree. But that being said, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below as always if you want to see more real-time tours and especially different type of builds that I do in The Sims 2. And if you have any like Sims 2 tutorial videos you want me to do, I will do them because Sims 2 will forever and always be superior. But that being said, I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!